Hello, my name is Reinke. I'm a psychic tarot card reader. I'd like to show you a little bit about the services that I provide that you can find. A tarot reading for $25. It lasts about 45 minutes to 1 hour. You either call me or I call you. You can find them at funkyfindsonline.etsy.com. There's a link there. And at my art site, thesuitcaseartist.blogger.com. I start off with you focusing just really on nothing much at all, just closing your eyes while you're on the phone. And what I do is I pick from the Goddess cards by Doreen Virtue, the Oracle cards, and I have you meditate, and while you're doing that, I shuffle the cards, and I would have you say stop when you feel compelled to do so. Stop. I take the first card out, I pull it, and in this situation, we have the Goddess Yamana. It's golden opportunity. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. I set this card aside, and I do never use a book for any of my other readings. I don't need to, but in this case with the Doreen Virtue cards, as I have not memorized every one, I do grab my book, I open it to the page, and then I set that aside. Because invariably, this card will come into play with the entire reading. Then, I use the rider-Waite deck. This is a traditional card. I've had these for almost 30 years. You can see they're quite worn. At this time, I start asking you a series of questions, and as I do that, I already am beginning to shuffle the cards. The energy transference is already occurring when I'm doing this. Generally, a person has a question about either love, career, health, or they're at a crossroads in their life and they're trying to make a decision about something. It's better for me to direct your question not in a yes or no fashion. I want to help you formulate the question. Since most questions, high percentage, are about love, we're going to assume that this is someone's having not sure if they should leave their relationship or not. I have them close their eyes and I instruct them while I'm shuffling the cards to play like a motion picture in their mind of what is going on with them. When they first met the individual, what their hopes and dreams were when they met that person, also what some of their fears were, some of the highlights of the relationship, the lowlights, up till the point where they're at right now. And they play in their mind a little bit what these indecisions are, and after they've done this, I say to them, I want you to say, what do I need to know? And then I instruct them to really take their time. There is no rush. And at this time, we both are silent on the phone. Generally have them on speakerphone. I begin shuffling, and they start this process with their mind. At the point when they say, okay, I'm finished, then I have them say in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, and I don't wish to offend anyone with different religious proclivities, but this is what I need to do. So they'll say that, and at the time that they say that, I cut the pile into 3, and then I invoke the prayer for myself that I need to do. There's a period of silence, and then however I am compelled to pick up the cards, I will pick them up, and that is how I start. It's amazing to me how that energy transference really can be so effectively done over the phone. I'll lay out the spread. I do the Celtic Cross, 10-card spread. Going through this very quickly, I just want you to see what you would receive with my reading. The 10 cards, we have the center of the situation, what crosses the situation, what is at the root of the situation. This is the tree or the cross. This is really what's happening right now. This is what is leaving you, so we discussed that at length. This is a possibility position. This is the outcome, usually within 6 months. Here we have our fear, our hope, what is influencing you, and then a longer term outlook or result. After we've gone through this, and this can take up to 20 to 25 minutes, I pull my next deck of cards out, which is the Symbolion. I've used these quite for some time. During the process, while we are discussing these cards, I am always moving my assembly on deck the whole time, because then I am now transferring the situation into these cards. And let's say someone really has a question, geez, the King of Cups, I'd like that to manifest into he's upside down. What do I need to do so that he's not, when the King of Cups is reversed, he's not a good love interest? How can we maybe look at that? Or, gosh, I've got a question about this. These are cards for additional information. And what I will do then is lay these on top of all of the cards. They're not read in an upside down position. They're always read upright. And then I go through this series of cards and how they relate to the card that they're placed on. Gives additional information, or definitely reassures that, yes, that particular reading that I thought that card meant is accurate. Sometimes it's necessary to discern, geez, is this card here, we've got Medusa, the symbolism here is quite clear, woman who's angry and scares off the men, and maybe the reader wants to know, gosh, is that me or is that some other woman? If it's not clearly apparent to me, I will use the pendulum. This has been around for years, and I will hold it gently, like so. I'll close my eyes. For me, I have the position what either yes or no is, or there is no answer right now, and I will give that information then to the reader, or to the person I'm speaking with. Now, through all of this, then we go into this card and how this plays in. And there's a nice section on this. It's called the various meanings of the cards, and I'll read those out to you as they're written in the book. When we've gone through all that, I do a summarization, which is fairly quick and concise, and then I ask if there are any further questions. I never leave a reading unless both of us feel very certain that it's been productive and that the person who's called feels somewhat empowered, and they can hang up that phone and they know where they're going to after the reading. A lot of times people call, there is indecision. I try to help them make that decision. So that's what you'll receive. Again, that would be on funkyfindsonline.etsy.com for $25. There's an easy checkout method, or on the suitcaseartist.blogspot.com. Thank you.